All right, Shalom. I want to start by giving all praises, honor, and glory that's due to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who taught us this truth. Peace and blessings to the hopeful like Akim, scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, giving all diligence to make your calling and election sure, as well as hastening the coming of our Lord Yahweh Shai. Real quick video is going to be straight to the point and simple, man. Okay? Now, lately in the news, you've been having a lot of Edomites on social media, in the news, everyday life. Esau Edom, the self-proclaimed white man, right? White people have been openly displaying their hatred for so-called black people, okay? Jacob and Esau. Esau being the so-called white man, right? That's the forefather of the Edomites, right? Who so-called white people come from. And Jacob is the forefather of the Israelites, who the so-called blacks, Latinos, Seminole, and natives come from, okay? So they've been openly displaying their hatred for us. And the thing is, okay, they're supposed to hate us. White people are supposed to hate black people. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay? That's how the Lord set it up. Okay? That's how the Lord set it up. It goes all the way back to the garden. Okay? Then it goes Cain and Abel. Then it goes Jacob and Esau. You understand? That's how the Lord set it up, man. So there's nothing wrong with that. That's normal. All right? Contrary to popular belief. Right? And you would rather have these devils showing you their hatred rather than hiding it, okay? They're tired of hiding it. They're tired of keeping it suppressed. They want to show their horns, and the Lord's going to allow them to do that, and they're doing that. All right, let's check out a few examples.
Men fight back, white men fight back. Here's what I don't understand. I'm looking at this rally where they're honoring Charles Kirk.
White men fight back! White men fight back! White men fight back!
I'm trying to understand that. White men fight back against what? Black people didn't have anything to do with this. White men fight back. First of all, what happened to him was horrible, but what does white men fight back mean? I think it was a white man that did this whole thing. So what are you saying, white men fight back? Time to blame black?
Yeah, and they're saying white men fight back, but who started the chant? Like, where did that come from, man? All right, you got these different figureheads and people that are juiced in that lead these different protests and set them up, man. Okay? Why is that the chant? What fight back against who, man? Okay? So Esau is trying to pivot this whole thing into what? A race war. Okay? All right? So Esau Edom, self-proclaimed white man. Okay, these Edomites here in the Babylon. Okay, they're openly professing their enmity. Right? They want to show you their hatred, man. They don't want to have to like you. Okay? And that's what we see going on.
Okay. My friends, I'd like to talk to you for a minute. My buddy here, Jason Gordon, just tagged me in a video. I caught wind on my way home about some signs like this that were up in my hometown. So my buddy asked me if I wanted to come over and go with him to go fucking talk about it. So I did. I went and knocked on the neighbor's door. They said that the upstairs tenant wasn't home. He was down at Cumberland Farms. So we took a ride down to Cumberland Farms. Mile, but he's an old man with a cane, so it took a minute. I tried to tell him that his ways were wrong. I tried to tell him that these fucking signs right here were wrong. He got a little hostile as we entered his apartment, held up his cane, tried to tell us that any good black man is a dead man. But I don't fucking agree with that shit. You understand? No good man is a dead man, okay? We're not gonna tolerate this shit around here. I got better things to do with my time. We're both working men. We both own fucking businesses, okay? We took time out of our personal schedule to come and address your fucking ass about signs like this, okay? I can tell you right now, I'm not the toughest guy in town, but you hang up a fucking sign like this in my town, and I'm gonna knock on your door, okay?
And you have Edomites who have jumped the fence. Okay? They believe in that this imaginary left-right shit. This, oh, you're a Democrat, you're a Republican. Okay? For the longest time, if you were white, you were just basically considered a Republican. If you were black, you were told to be a Democrat. These are the social constructs that were set up. Okay? Yeah, these are the social constructs that were set up. All right, so you got but you got Edomites that have jumped the fence. All right, who are openly declaring their love to be a Democrat. All right, simply because the whole LGBT movement, right, which is a Democrat, which is on the Democrat side of things. All right, it allows them to show their weirdness and to be weird and to show their wickedness. All right, and you know, at the same time, black people are so-called black people are pretty much labeled as Democrats, man. So you got them jumping the fence, and and then you just got some Edomites who they feel guilt, man. They feel guilt for what's happened to Jake. As the scriptures say, their children shall seek to please the poor. Ultimately, the poor is the Israelites, man. Okay? So-called blacks, Latinos, Seminole, and natives. Okay? So, you got Edomites like this, man. Like, he's standing there with his little Tupac shirt on. The other guy don't seem too confident in what he's saying, but... yeah, he didn't look too confident in what he was saying. But you got Edomites like this too, man. Who hate their own people, man. So this country is divided totally, man. But that enmity, that hatred that Esau Edom has for Jake, it's the Lord's will. The Lord caused it to be like that. Okay. This is Psalm 73, and I'm going to start at verse 3. It says, "For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men." Right? Which, you almost can't even say this anymore, man. Because these Edomites are catching hell, man. Okay? I did a video about how the curses are transferring. Okay? Deuteronomy 30:7. All right? It says, "Therefore pride compasseth them about as a chain, violence covereth them as a garment." The thing about an Edomite is they're never going to drop their pride. It don't matter how low level they are. They could be a goddamn crackhead, man, and still they still going to think they better than you, man. They're not going to put their pride aside, man. All right? Even in the kingdom of heaven, the scripture says, "Surely they shall rise up." I believe that's in Isaiah 45. It's either 45 or 54. But it says, "Surely they shall rise up, but not by me." Right? Even in the kingdom, man, these devils are going to be being prideful, man, and hating and mad that we ruling over them, man. They're going to try to do their little rebellions. They're going to get mud holes stumped in their backside. Okay? But still, even right now, even though they're catching hell, they're still prideful, right? It says, "The pride compasses them about as a chain. Violence covers them as a garment." Right, man? Edomites are very fucking violent, man. Right? If we was back in the 50s and the 60s, niggas would be hanging from the beginning of your block to the end of your block, man. It'll be a nigga hanging, man. It says, "Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than a heart could wish. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily." All right? And these devils, man, for all of these years that Jake been catching hell, man, been under the curses, not being able to make ends meet no matter what the economy was like, right? And Esau was, "Oh, you're lazy, pull yourself up by your bootstraps." They were speaking wickedly concerning oppression. Now they're catching hell. And somehow, some way, now they can't afford to pay their rent, to eat food, to get food, to go on vacation, to pay their car note, etc. And somehow, some way, it's our fault, man. You cannot make this up. Like, where are they? Like, come on, man. their own kind shot and killed Charlie Kirk, and they're mad at us. It's our fault. White man, fight back against nobody's oppressing you but you. Okay. Jumping down to verse 14. It says, for all the day long I have been plagued and chastened every morning. Yeah, Jake always catching hell, man. All right? Right? Because of the curses, right? We deserve it, but we always catching hell, man. Right? It says, if I say I will speak thus, behold, I shall offend against the generation of thy children. When I thought to know this, it was too painful for me. Until I went into the sanctuary of the Most High, then understood I their end. Right? So until we came into this truth, came into the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, we didn't understand, man. Like, I used to be in the world as a kid, right? I had a white friend named Trevor, man, right? When I went over to Trevor's house, man, life was glorious, right? His dad would take us, like, well, I didn't ever really go nowhere with them, but I had another friend who was Jake that would go over there with me. But they would go my parents wouldn't allow me to leave and go places with them. But when you go over to their house, hey, man, it was like a change of reality, man. They had the best everything. The newest bikes that dropped. Remember those chopper motorcycles came out? Remember this guy, Trevor? Man, he had one, man, as soon as it dropped from Toys R Us, man. I remember that, man. You know, all the snacks. They had a pantry, man. Big kitchen with the island in the middle. Two garages. 2-car garage. Video games. You know, shit like that, man. You know what I'm saying? And then when you go back home to your house, it's like, man, you be lucky to be able to just watch TV. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, it says, for all the day long I have been plagued and chastened every morning. If I say I will speak thus, behold, I shall offend against the generation of thy children. When I thought to know this, it was too painful for me, until I went into the sanctuary of the Most High. Then understood I their end. So now we understand why life was so peachy for them, man. Because what we just read, man, they're not in trouble as other men. They ain't had the curses on them. This their kingdom, right? Now we understand. It says, surely thou didst set them in a slippery places. But hey, man, the Lord ain't dealing with these Edomites, man. Okay. Thou castedest them down into destruction. How are they brought into desolation as in a moment, right? And in just 9 months that Donald Trump has been in office, life has totally changed for these Edomites, man. Okay? Totally changed, right? It says, thou castedest them down into destruction. How are they brought into desolation as in a moment? And it's happened fast, man. It's happened fast. Okay? Right? The scripture say, behold, I've seen Satan fall as lightning from heaven. That's talking about Esau Edom falling off his fucking high horse, man. The Lord casting them down. The curse is getting put on these devils, man. By the end of the year, they're going to be done, man. And the crazy thing is, man, this is only the beginning of sorrows. It gets so much worse, right? It says, so yeah, man, that was the point. Let's go to the next scripture. Deuteronomy 30:7. And the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thy enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. So now the tables are turning. The tables are turning, and the Lord's putting all the curses upon these Edomites, right? By the hand of their own people, right? Now they can't pay their rent. You know the economy's bad when white people start complaining, man. When America not American no more, man. It's not doing what it's supposed to do. So they fucking furious. It's amazing, man. They all got attitudes. They all be having attitudes and shit. You know. And how many of them you think to themselves, damn, this what black people been dealing with? And we got Jake know how to make nothing out of something, man. These devils, man, they just can't go on their vacation. They can't have 2 cars no more, 2-car notes. You know what I'm saying? They struggling paying their mortgage. You know what I'm saying? Can't eat how they want to no more. And they already fucking bugging out, man. Okay? But that's the Lord transferring the curses to them. Jeremiah 13 and 23. It says, can the Ethiopian change his skin or the leopard his spots? Then may ye also do good that are accustomed to doing evil. And yeah, man, these Edomites, man, that enmity that hatred they have for us, the Lord put it there. It was the Lord's will, man. All right. The scriptures tell you in Sirach 12 and 10 that, hey, man, never trust thine enemy, for like his iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet beware of him. Right? His rust is not wiped away. They're still wicked. They still hate you. Only thing is, thanks to the help of Martin Luther King, they got to pretend to sing Kumbaya with you, man. They got to tolerate you when they're on the job, when they're in the grocery store, but when they get home behind closed doors, hey, man, they hate you niggas, man. They go back to their neighborhood, they hate you niggas, man. All right? So, yeah, man, Esau ain't never changed, man. He was just having to suppress it. But now that the fucking America's falling apart rapidly, hey, man, they need to blame somebody, man. And instead of blaming the people that's in power, that's running shit, see these Edomites down here on the ground, at ground zero with us, they're extremely stupid, man. They're extremely stupid, man. Stupid, man. All right? Because they mad at us. They supposed to be mad at your own people who ruling over you. All right? But that's the part of Esau. Genesis 3 and 15, and I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed. It shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel, man. That enmity is what? Hatred. All right? It says enmity between thee and the woman. That woman is Israel. Okay? So-called blacks, Latinos, similar Native Americans. Because that's how much the Lord loves us. He likens us unto his woman. And you know how niggas be about that girl in the world. So how much more Yahweh Shai about Israel? Okay? It says, so yeah, man, the Lord put that enmity there. They're supposed to hate us. All right? They're supposed to hate us. All right? The Lord made it that way. So, good, man. They showing their horns. Great. Right? Beautiful thing. Hey, listen, man. Lord will, this video was edifying. Shalom.